Hello, what's up everyone? I'm Mel, host of the BIPOC Alternative Artist Show, and this is the BIPOC Alternative Artist Show, where we talk about being artists and humans and stuff. So, my co-host, Kompatu, is not going to be with me. I don't know if Patrick's going to be with me, but you all are here. So, yay, hi. Hi, everybody. It is Autism Awareness Month, or Celebration Month, or whatever. I consider it celebration, but it's autism awareness. I like to celebrate my autism. Um, yes, it is. It can be a problem. Everyone has problems. It helps me identify my problems a little better and find a community that I can talk to about them. Which is so nice because yeah, I've done the whole like 4 years of trying to get through it by myself, and that sucks. You're usually just told you'll be okay, or you just need more rest, or you just need anxiety medicine. Like, why can't I just realize what works best for me? I think everyone should do that. Like, it actually does affect your memory too. Well, that's what I've heard the studies say, that it affects your memory. I also believe it because it's affecting me. 40 years of suppressing my memory, my emotions is messing with my memory. I actually went out like this today, except for the lipstick, because it was like a lot earlier, and I thought I always eat before I do these lives on Saturday, because I never know. I live my life a little too much like a preschool teacher, but well, any teacher. Every time I do a live, I make sure I use the bathroom first, because you never know. So that's a lot of things with me. Like, I can't leave the house without, that might be too much information, but it is information that was taught to us as kids all through our school years, depending on what type of school you went to, because in some countries you don't have to ask to go to the bathroom. That's an American thing. Or, well, some countries do, some countries don't. I've grown up all in America. So a lot of times we just talk about like what type of art we make. Me and my co-hosts are all authors, so we talk about writing, the writing process, but all types of creative processes have very similar, like, mind processes that you go through. You know what? And I'm gonna say this a lot when I come on live, sometimes because I'm talking off the top of my head. It won't be like this when I write, because I actually edit, and I will, because I know how I think, go through and find other words that best describe that one word that I'm saying 20,000 times. So process, I would find other words for process, like the way we think through things, or but after I get the ideas out, then I'll do that, and that's part of my process. So if anyone out there does any type of art you want to talk about, I just had spring break a few weeks ago and thought I was going to get some writing done, and I did not. But I did create this wall of my notes, and I have to find another place for my outlet. I have a wall full of notes for my current book that I'm working on, and hopefully it'll help, because this is the longest book I've ever written. My other books aren't novels. They're just long. Well, they're not long. They're chapter books. They're kid chapter books. And there's 3 of them. So together, they would make up the book that I'm working on now. So I'm coming up with new processes on how I'm going to put them together and how I'm working on them. And if anyone has processes or cool little tricks they like to do to keep themselves on track, especially when it comes to neurodivergence, because all we hear about is how to do it as a neurotypical. For the way that we do things, it's got to be different. I'm an autistic and dyslexic author, and I have to have all my little tricks and stuff to get through the book. One of my favorite quotes by one of my favorite authors, Neil Gaiman, was, when you write a book, you learn how to write that book. And I'm like, oh, that feels so good. And, like, a lot of my anxiety about writing just went, because I'm like, am I doing it right? How should I do this? I worry about the voices. My main characters usually have a lot of internal dialogue, which is a an autism thing. So, yeah. We tend to think in our heads a lot. And that's what my books do. My main characters, they think a lot like that. I don't know if other people do. I mean, I've been told that other people don't. So, art is, well, I do some visual art too, but I'm not very good at it. Patrick is, not Patrick. Patrick has never talked about doing visual art other than like cosplay. Like, cosplay would be great too. Um, well, I end up doing what works at that time. So when I thought for spring break that I would get a lot of writing done, I did not. I actually did work on other things. I have to consider the fact that my career that I want is not everything. I still have to work on my mental health, my physical health, my spiritual health. Like, there's more to me than my career, even though it at this time affects a lot of those other things. But I did spend most of my spring break watching Star Trek. I started with Star Trek Picard, and then my son and I watched Star Trek Prodigy. Thank you. I'm in that. Oh,